Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Pete with MixBetterNow.com, and today I want to talk about using delay throws in your mix. Let's check it out. All right, I have a session open here. This is a track called Wandering Man by my good buddy Graham Cochrane over at therecordingrevolution.com. Please go check him out. You can download this song from his prior EP called What Lies Beyond at grahamcochrane.com. He has a brand new EP out right now called Never Satisfied, which is equally great. Really love it. This is one of my favorite tunes of his. So what I've done here with these delay throws, I've put them on the lead vocal. I'm going to hit play. I want you to listen to it. Then I'll explain what delay throws are and how we can apply them to some tracks in our mix. All right, here we go.
There was a man who wandered the earth, calling out for all the bruised and broken heart.
Here comes the first one.
Saying I've come bearing good news for all who are poor. I've paid all of your debts. You are slaves no more.
Okay, so in this particular verse, there are 4 delay throws. So essentially what a delay throw is it is a way to use a delay effect on a track like a lead vocal. You can use them on guitars, you can use them on keys, you can use them on snare drums. It really is a taste thing, and it just depends on the kind of effect that you're going for. So to simply break it down, a delay throw is when you bring an effect in and then you bring it back out, but you take advantage of the tails in the delay or the repeats. All right, so we're going to take it from before the first throw. I want you to just listen to where you will see these blocks or see these automation points right here.
Hearts saying I've come bearing good news for all who are poor.
So as you can hear, I have set this up in 2 different ways. What I wanted to do was emphasize these repeats on certain words in this vocal. It can be words, it can be phrases, it can be basically whatever you want. It's a creative decision. But the reason that we use delay throws is you want to get the delay in and out of the way, because if you leave it on while you're, for example, if I just had it as an insert, a send effect on this vocal, it would be repeating throughout. So you would constantly hear the tails. And the reason you would use these throws is because you only want to hear the tails for a little bit. So you get it in and you get it out. There's 2 ways that we can do this, or there's 2 ways that I like to do it. Let me phrase it that way. That's what's great about mixing, is there's always more than one way to do something more often than not. Now, the way that I prefer to do vocal throws is I like to actually go ahead and come in. I'll zoom in. And I like to figure out what I want to put them on, this delay effect. So the first thing you do is you're going to set up your delay. So here we're using Echo Boy from Soundtoys. It doesn't matter what delay effect you're using, but I have this set up to act or to emulate the space echo. So down here you can see we're using it as a space echo. Now here's the important bit. A delay is a time-based effect, so I have locked this into the grid. Okay, the song is 88 BPM, beats per minute. And I am using it in stereo, and it's a dotted 8th note on both sides. A little bit more than 50% on the feedback, of course 100% wet. So what I've done is I've gone in and I listened to the lead vocal. So you won't hear the delay throw right now, but if we just take a listen to this part.
Saying I've come bearing good news.
So I heard I've, and that was something that I wanted to use a delay throw on, because I wanted that I've to essentially ring out or to repeat out with the delay. So what I did was I just went ahead and I highlighted this area and I copy and pasted the word I've below on a duplicated track with the exact same plugins on and the exact same effects as the lead vocal +1. So if you look over here at the sends, you're going to see the RE201. which is short for a space echo. It's the model number. And I am just taking those words. And then what's cool about doing it that way is you're also going to get a little bit of a volume boost, like as if you were automating the vocal there. So the Ive is going to give it a little bit more volume. When we have a delay or a reverb on something, it gets a little bit quieter because it pushes it back in the mix. So by coming in here and physically copying and pasting the words onto a duplicated track, it's a very cool way to do it. Let's go ahead and listen. I think this is, it's either more or poor, this word.
All who are poor.
Right, so it's poor. So I wanted poor, since we have a gap in the vocal, as you can see right here. I wanted the repeats to kind of ring out to get us to the next part of the vocal. So if I bring in the track with the delay throw on it.
For all who are poor.
First word of the next phrase.
I've paid all of your debt.
So it's just a really cool way to get creative with the vocal, to kind of put your own style on your tracks, or it's just a way to create depth and excitement in your mix. Now, that's not the only way we can do it. So, right, copy and paste. Literally all I did was on the Ive here. We can zoom in a little bit more just so you can really see. I came up here and I highlighted this area that I wanted to copy and paste, and all I did was copy and paste it on this duplicated track. Now, that's not the only way that you can do this. Another way, as you can see, I have an automation lane open down here. We're basically looking at two automation lanes. So the first automation lane is just my overall vocal volume on this first verse here. So if I bring the band back in, what you're going to do is you're going to hear it like normal.
Calling out for all the bruised and broken.
So these automation points on the vocal themselves are the overall volume of the track. And then I used the little drop down right here, and I wanted to open this so you could see where I automated the send on and off. So let's go ahead and mute the duplicated vocal track, and let's turn the RE201 on. So as you can see, it's currently muted, which means that when we play it from here, it's going to be off, and it will come on when you see the automation basically open up, which is turning the plugin on.
There was a man who wandered the earth.
So right there, it's off, and if we come over here, you'll see it turn on and then turn back off.
Saying I come bearing good news for all who are poor.
And this is it's a different way to go about doing the same thing. You can come and you can draw this in. The way that I did it was I set this up so we have it on the mute. So all I was doing was setting it up so that when I touched the mute button, I would listen, and it was just kind of a feel thing. I would mute the delay on and off, and then, we would be taking advantage of getting it in, getting it out of the way, and then having those delay repeats kind of, go on through the verse without having the effect be omnipresent on the track while it's playing. So, it's a little bit of a less precise way to dial it in, okay? But, nonetheless, it's whatever you feel more comfortable doing. I did this by hand where I brought it in and out just by hitting the mute button, and you can see it's a little bit less precise. It's not exact as it is where, if you went in and copy and pasted, the word out or the section of the track that you want to use the throws on. You could also come in and you can draw it. You can use your volume fader, like if you want to bring this down and you want to push it up. So there's many, many different ways that we can go about doing it. So I'll play both. I'll let you hear what they sound like. We'll start with the automation on, just because it's what is up right now, and then I'll let you hear what the duplicated track sounds like, where I copied and pasted it and added the space echo to the lead vocal effects track. So we'll take it from about here, and here we go. Actually, let's back it up a little bit so you can really get a sense of it.
Calling out for all the bruised and broken heart.
Now watch the fader.
Saying I come bearing
Okay, and then I'm gonna turn this off. We'll bring this back in, and now you could hear it where the I copy and pasted it onto the other track.
Calling out for all the bruised and broken hearts, saying I've come bearing good news for all who are poor. I've paid all of your debts, you are slaves no more.
And that's really what delay throws are, okay? Like I said, you can use them on any track you want. Doesn't have to be a vocal. You can use any delay you want. You can use any delay time as long as it is in conjunction with the time signature, the beats per minute of your song. It should work and sound great. All right, that's it for me. My name is Pete with mixbetternow.com. This has been talking about delay throws. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you have an awesome day, and I will catch you next time.